Hi, welcome to Tailgate Talks, Farmers Co-op Society. My name's Aric Den Herder, and with me today I got Jeff Koops. Jeff, what do you do here?
Jeff Koops. I'm a nutrient management specialist here at Farmers Co-op Society.
Well, Jeff, thanks for coming on today. Coming up here in the next couple weeks, we have a big thing going on with manure, right?
Yep. We have Manure Sampling Week, plus we're getting close to fall here, and that's about the time to get your manure sampled.
Why do we sample manure, Jeff?
You know, that's a good question, Aric. We want to sample our manure because there's a huge variability in manure. And there always has been, but we see that even more so today. And you want to know what you're putting out on your field. You want to maximize your inputs that's going out there. You want to utilize every last drop or every ton of manure that you have and get the right amounts out there. So that's a perfect reason to take a sample. It's a cheap resource to get the nutrients, figure out the nutrients that are in your manure.
And I would think this year especially would be a big deal because we've been dry this year,
Yep.
right? So are we going to have as much manure in the pit as we had before? I know it's going to be good quality manure.
It should be, yeah. And that's what
I
I know, that's the big question. Now we've had some rain, so that might change things a little bit. Yeah, pits, I would say, would be a little less empty than normal, which means typically nutrient values go up a little bit. So yeah, it's still a little bit of a crapshoot, literally.
See what you did there.
But yeah, just figuring out what's in your manure. So
Now, we also had some barns that were a little empty. They're empty for some of the year as well in the area, do you think?
yeah, there's been some barns that have been empty, so guys definitely have less manure because of that. They did change diets a little bit as well. We haven't seen that as much this year, but yeah, so some variabilities there too in sample results and just what is going to happen. We also had a fairly hot summer this year, which means sprinklers tend to run a little bit more, so you can get some extra water in the pit that way. Is that going to make a big difference as well? It's hard to say. That's why you got to sample.
When you were talking about different diets too, and like feeding this phytase feed, I don't know if you're messing with phosphorus levels at all, but especially getting to know what the phosphorus levels are if you're putting it in front of corn, because corn uses a lot of phosphorus.
Yep. Yeah, we've been using phytase for a long time, but yeah, the diet's changing. You know, that all depends on what the markets are doing.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's more DDGs in the diet, sometimes there's less. They're always tweaking the diet, trying to make everything more efficient. And yeah, because of that, diets change, and then whatever comes out of the back end of the animal, that changes as well.
Organic fertilizer.
You got it.
All right, Jeff. What kind of manure can we get sampled? What can we send in?
So typically we're sampling liquid, so out of a pit or a lagoon. We're also doing dry, whether that's cattle, or yeah, you name it. But yeah, different samples like that. It's good to take all those.
I think we've done chicken samples too.
Yeah, chicken litter, yeah, you name it. There's plenty of that around here as well. So and it's easy to take them from liquid pit or lagoon. It's easy to take it from a stockpile as well. You just have to make sure you're doing it the right way. Okay.
Hey, Jeff. When is this manure sampling week? When is that going on?
So yeah, we have Manure Sampling Week going on the week of September 13. So if you bring your samples in during that week, we have a little discount on samples, so it's a great week to get your sampling done.
Yeah, especially before we put it on, so we know what's there, so we know what we're putting out.
Yeah, that's kind of the key. You want to know what's going on with your manure ahead of time versus just kind of winging it and putting out there what you think you have. That's the reason we pull our samples ahead of time and come to figure out that those are very accurate samples as well. So it's a great time to do it.
Thanks for joining us today. It's not going to be the crappiest tailgate talks we've ever had, but
this will be a good one.
We appreciate you coming along.
Hey, not a problem.
If you got any questions, go to our link in the description. You'll find Koops there as well. Or if you got any questions, ask your agronomist about what Manure Sampling Week is all about. And if you get more questions, reach out to them. Otherwise, thanks for joining us today. Have a good week.